Hey there, welcome to the Tranquil Shop. This week we are still working on our sunflower squares that we have been working on for a hot second now. I feel like I should also tell you that over the weekend I was going to a cousin's wedding. Yesterday I had to crochet a couple of things for orders that went out. And that wasn't anything that I recorded because it was just kind of quick rush in order to get it out sort of thing. But today I am back to working on the sunflower granny squares that I will be making into bags and perhaps a cardigan. Still not 100% sure. I have so far made 2 today, which is fun because it's also almost 2:30. I had a little bit of a late start to the day where I woke up a little bit later than I thought I was going to. But I wanted to open this video, start this up before we get any further into the day. It's currently Monday, and let's see how much we crochet during this week. So if you'd like to know something that happened literally just before I turned on the camera, I was looking at what the camera looks like in this chair and how the background is more well lit than my face, of course, because the light is right behind me, and thinking, okay, what can I do to make this better looking on camera, but also making sure that the things that are in the background don't show any sensitive information, because this is not my office room, and so I don't want to show anything that should not be on camera, let's say. And there is a ring light right on the other side of the camera. It would shine right into my face. So I sat up, I grabbed the little remote that's on the wire, you know those things. I pressed the button and it didn't turn on, and I was like, okay, so I followed the cord and it's not plugged in. And I just decided that that was too much work to... Oh, I just remembered there was something I wanted to do while I was in here that I totally forgot to do until right now. I'll do that when I'm done with this. Anyway, the cord wasn't plugged in, so that was a fun little journey. Today I crocheted 7 squares. We started out finishing up this color, and then we started to work on this color. I really liked this color when it was just the sunflower, but now that I've squared it up, I'm like, that's kind of dark. Let me try to move it a little bit towards the light so you can see the colors of it a little bit better. A bit dark and strange. I definitely like these a little bit better, but gotta use up all this yellow yarn that I don't have any other ideas for. I actually finished the very final square in that at 6:30. I didn't even recognize that it was after 5 until I just so happened to look at my phone, and I was like, oh, it's time for me to stop. So I finished up that last one because I only had a few more stitches left, and then decided we are done for the day. But I feel like that's a very good start to the first day. Based on last week, it seems like I'm doing 8 or so squares a day, so 7, close. And I only have this many more until I need to start making more sunflowers. As I said in a previous video, not this one, I don't know how many more inside brown circles to make, so once I'm done with all of these, I'm gonna start doing do the brown circle and then do the yellow immediately afterwards, whereas before with these I did all of these brown circles and then did all of the yellow around it. But I don't want to do too many brown circles, you know? So once I'm done with these, I'll start doing them at the same time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more left. I'm kind of messing up this pile. Then, as I said, after that, I'll start making all of the other sunflowers and then square those up. And then after I'm done with all of that, I'll begin moving the squares, putting them into the different formats and putting everything together. I said in the previous video as well, oh boy, that I'm kind of feeling like I should put out these sunflowers in like spring or maybe summer, because florals for spring versus sunflower summer. So I definitely like have time to do all of this, not a rush. We're just sort of going through it, getting rid of all the yellow yarn that we had like unlabeled, don't know what brand it is, don't know where to buy it anymore, don't know what to do with, so just turning it into sunflower squares. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. So because we haven't talked like all day, I figured I'd say something. It's currently 3 and I haven't really done that much today. I did this much of a square. Still not done with that one yet. I've had a headache like all day, and so I just, for about an hour just now, I just kind of laid down and tried to take a nap, but I'm not tired enough for a nap, but also my head hurts. So now I'm just gonna like continue to do things. I just realized that like I'm short. Now I'm just gonna continue to do things because what else am I going to do? But it's definitely not going to be the most productive day you've ever seen. And I guess that's okay. We don't need full 100% productivity all the time. I just remembered, it's on the other side of the room. So one of my friends had messaged me a link to somebody's TikTok video where they had made this hood, little like capelet sort of thing. And my friend was like, I love this, I want one. And I was like, I want one too, that looks really cool. So I want to make like one for me first before I make one for them. But I was debating because I really like the green that's in the original video, and I just think that that's a really cool color, but I don't have any more hunter green left. I had made a couple years ago a blanket that is white and hunter green, and the green parts are in the shape of a deer. I like that color green, but I don't have any more of that green, so I was looking online to see what green is currently available, what can I do. The problem with living in a small town now is that any yarn shops are about an hour away. The closest place that sells yarn is Walmart, and that's not that far away, but still, like, it's not a yarn shop, you know? So if they don't have something in stock, just kind of have to deal. So I was looking for hunter green at Walmart, and they did not have it, but they did have this thyme color, and I was like, that's pretty good. It's more of like a grayer green, and it's not as dark as the hunter green is that I wanted, but I'm like, this is a good green. Like, I don't often like greens. It's my least favorite color. I tell the story all the time. When I was in either preschool or first grade, my mother, I should say, was doing a parent-teacher conference, and I was just, in the room, told to do something in the background, entertain myself. And so I had grabbed one of the books from the bookshelf and I started reading it. I can't remember what the book is called, but it was one of the rabbits, the one that goes around and bonks people on the head, It was a version of that story where at the very end he turns into a gnome. And the way that it's a picture book, for kids, obviously. And the way that this gnome bunny was depicted at the very back of this book grossed me out so much that I threw up. Like, I was feeling great that whole day. And just seeing that picture of this green lumpy grossness made me throw up, and ever since then I have not liked the color green. This green, though, I'm kind of okay with. Like, this is not the worst green I've ever seen. So I'm going to make my cape out of this green eventually, not right now. And then eventually, once I have finished that, I will tell my friend, I have made mine. This is what it looks like. Do you still want it? But I thought it was super cute and I want one, and I have to figure out how to make it anyway, so why not make one for me? So in good news, I ended up crocheting until 5, which is the time when I should normally be stopped crocheting. The bad news is I only crocheted 3 squares today. Did we talk about my headache earlier in this video or not? I don't remember. I had a headache pretty bad today. I still kind of do, but it's at least lesser than what it was earlier. And I just could not focus on crocheting. So 3 is pretty good. Really, it's more like 3 3/4, because I'm almost done with another one, but not enough that I am actually done with it, you know? So not the best day in the world, but maybe tomorrow it will be a little bit better. Maybe I won't have a headache and I get more stuff done. So I don't remember whether we talked about this or not, but I figured while I'm here, we'll talk about it. It's currently Thursday. What day is it? Yesterday I crocheted 5 squares, and then I didn't tell you anything about yesterday. Just didn't feel like recording anything. Yesterday at 4 o'clock in the morning we had a little family emergency thing, and so it was just the whole rest of the day was, let's not record anything, you know? Let's just chill for the rest of the day. So I crocheted 5 of these, and that's it. Today, I spent most of the day out and about in town doing little touristy kind of things. My grandpa is here to visit, so we were taking him out, exploring the nearby towns. I didn't really crochet anything today, honestly. And now I am getting some stuff done that's on my to-do list that I haven't been working on because I've been crocheting. I'm at the point now where I'm my to-do list is very long, and I need to work on that. I need to get this stuff done. So a lot of it is just editing videos. There was some social media posts, pre-writing those so I don't have to do that last minute. Getting a little bit more organized in the background so that I can focus on things like the squares. So there is not much of an update today for what did you crochet today? Nothing. Tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure because we are also going out to do tourist things, tourist part 2, and so I'm probably not going to crochet during the day. It depends on how tired I am afterwards if I'm going to crochet at night, but I'm hoping that tonight I can get a lot of stuff done on my to-do list, so that I don't have to have a second day of working on my to-do list. But today, for example, why I said depends on how tired I am is because I got home and immediately took a 2-hour nap. So, depending on how tomorrow goes, we'll see. I'll let you know when tomorrow happens. Okay, many things to talk about. It is currently Friday at almost 7 p.m., but I did promise that today, when we came home, I was going to possibly take a nap and then begin working on crochet, so I plan to spend the night crocheting. Timeline for today, I believe we got back at like 3, 4-ish. And then I laid down for a little bit. Then we just ate dinner, and now I'm in here. I can only do up to 6 squares today because I have this one that I'm almost done with, and then 5 more sunflowers. After that, I have to make more sunflowers, but that requires me going upstairs to my room where I have the rest of my crochet supplies, and that is not something I can do right now. So, if I still have some time after that and I feel like I should still be crocheting, I do have the other yarn that I bought recently, and I am sitting at the desk right now. I could sit in the bed behind here. I think you can see it in the background right there. I assume that blue is the bed. Could do that. It's a little bit easier to spread out there because there's so many things on this desk, but I thought sitting was a good choice. Or sitting at the desk was a good choice. I ran out of white yarn like halfway through squaring this up, so I can't work on this anymore. So now I'm working on that project that I was telling you about, this like cape thing. This is what I have so far. It's great, I know. I actually really like this color. It's Red Heart Super Saver Medium Time. It's pretty good. I like it. It looks nice. I was watching, because this is, somebody had posted it on TikTok. I was rewatching their video and they had written a pattern for it, but they say like they don't know how to write patterns, and they don't know any crochet terminology, so they're just kind of trying to explain it and hoping that people who are looking at the pattern figure it out. So I wrote down a summary of what they wrote. They wrote like 3 pages with little doodles of like, this is what I did and what it looked like. So I wrote down like a summary of that, and it's not the most detailed thing, but I think it's a pretty good groundwork, so I'm working that up. If it doesn't work out and I need to fix it a little bit, that's fine. I mean, having the pattern and having that foundation is already more than just me looking at the picture and going, I think this was made this way. And you know, like one thing, for example, the hood part connects to the cape, obviously, and I had thought that the cape was all one piece around, but it's actually like open in the front. I would have been making something different from what the picture looked like. So, working on that. I'm gonna stop around 12, but it's only 10:30, so. They also don't say anything about what yarn they used thickness wise and what hook they used, so I'm hoping everything turns out alright. Like I said, I'll fix it and figure it out as I go. Okay, excuse me being very tired as I record this. It is 12:30. I'm tired. But I started working on the hood part thing to that cape. Originally I was doing it in single crochet because something about the directions that they had written made it seem like it was in single crochet. I was like, that's weird, but okay, you know, whatever. And then I worked through the first section of it and I was like, this is too small. This is not how it should be. So I'm doing it in double crochet now. I'm a little bit hesitant about this part right here, but I'm hoping that it works out later on. I don't know. But you know, it's after midnight. I feel like now is a good time to stop crocheting. And so since it is Saturday now, technically speaking, I figured, you know, today's a lot that I was crocheting. Got a good, I don't know, 6 hours in, something like that. And I probably don't need to crochet anymore tomorrow to feel caught up, productive. I feel like I can have a weekend and it's fine. So I'm gonna end this video here. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a look into what it's like as a week as a crocheter and stuff about my business, The Tranquil Shop. Make sure that you check us out at tranquilshop.com. You can pick up some interesting items there. And otherwise, I will see you in the future, whether that is here on YouTube or as an order in the store.